From Hay to Bay, from Hay to Bay, from Hay to A.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Hay to Bay. I'm Dominique. This is my boyfriend Spoon.
What up?
And this is a new channel that we're starting. This is something that we've been wanting to do and kind of been joking about for a little while now, and we're actually sitting down to make it happen. Basically what we're gonna do is, I just want it to be an open conversation about online dating, being a millennial and dating, and it's something that I haven't really seen done here on YouTube, but I think it's gonna be pretty awesome. It's definitely gonna be dependent on you guys' feedback and what you want to see and keeping the conversation going. So
Comments is below.
yeah, comments,
Like that.
like,
You don't like that? Still like that.
yep. And we set up an Instagram, so we're gonna have conversations going over there. We'll bring some of the things over from the Instagram onto the YouTube channel, depending on what you guys want to see. The reason that this channel is gonna do good, and the reason why you guys will be entertained with this channel, is because it's something that most of us can relate to. Online dating. There's so many of us that have done it, tried it, hated it, but still tried it,
Loved it.
liked it, loved it.
Don't forget that.
But haven't talked about it, and I feel like it's such a faux pas almost, and people don't want to talk about it, which the only way that we can kind of kill that narrative is if we talk about it, because most of us have experienced it. So we're gonna talk about it, all those weird and awkward questions that you guys have about online dating and sliding in DMs and all that good stuff.
It works. I slid in hers.
Yeah. And yeah, we're gonna talk about it. But to start off the video today, we just want to kind of share our experience with being online and dating as a millennial, and we'll kind of sum it up for you. But basically, we met online, if you guys haven't known that or don't know that, almost 3 years ago, and we have...
So who's counting?
Right, I'm counting.
Next year.
We have a video that we filmed on another channel that I have, where we were a few months in, like 6 months or 4 months? A few months in to dating, and it was the boyfriend challenge type of thing. So you guys can watch that.
It's gonna be right here. She gonna link that in, right?
Yep, somewhere up here.
And I got all the questions right, y'all.
Yeah.
Every single one but one. And now I still got that same question wrong because I tried to answer them again a couple days ago and I got the same question wrong. Go figure.
But you can watch that, and it's kind of cool because you can see how we've grown. But it all started from sliding in a DM. Or swiping
Or
right.
did it? Dun dun dun.
It did. Or swiping right.
You guys about to find out.
Yeah, you're gonna find out. So, Bae, I'll let you start off. What brought you to online dating originally? And you can share your experience.
Cool. So I think what brought me to online dating is that, you know, our day and age is built off of technology. I think it's a lot easier to meet a woman based upon now just actually physically being on a dating site as opposed to in person. The reason why I say that is because a lot of times when you approach a woman in a setting, it can be a little difficult, even though I know you girls say that it's not. It is. A lot of times if you're out with your girls at a club and you just want to be out with your girls, you don't want to be bothered with a guy, right? Or not at the grocery store, which a lot of people used to meet at grocery stores. Sometimes people just looking for they food, man, for, you know, whatever they want.
People
They
don't
vegan.
do that anymore.
Well, that's because of technology, right? So,
Yeah.
you know, so I think that personally I just created it. It's an easy segue into a conversation. I think if you both swipe right, and yeah, that's what I did, and that's what got me this beautiful face. Ching.
Alright, cool. So I originally got online. I was like a little skeptical about doing it. I did it. I didn't really tell anybody. There goes that shame factor of looking online. And then I noticed I know half these people online. Like, I knew them in real life, and they were people that I was cool with around me that were all online looking for the same thing that I was. Well, some of them were looking for...
They was looking for that.
Oh. Yeah, some of them were looking for...
Mama, don't watch this.
Some other stuff. But yeah, I was so surprised whenever I originally made like a few profiles. I think I was on 2 sites with just the people that I knew already, and I created my site, my profile, because I was single at the time, obviously, and I was going out with my girlfriend and seeing the same people week after week at the same clubs, at the same parties that I clearly wasn't interested in. They weren't interested in me. Like, I mean, I would get numbers here and there, but the conversation was dry, it fizzled out. Like, I wasn't seeing any potential. And in my head, like, I had this epiphany one day. I'm like, there has to be more people in the city than what I'm seeing when I go out. So that's when I decided to make the site, and mind blown, there were more people in the city than what I was seeing when I went out. So yeah, that's why I created my little profile. Now, how was your experience as you were?
As I was online dating before you? Oh man. Okay, so I'll say this. Tinder will tell you a lot about yourself as a person. I think that from a man's standpoint, I realized that a lot more than I originally did, that every woman is a lot different. Now, what I mean by that is, in the past, the women that I dated, I already kind of knew what type of communication, because we actually were friends first. Tinder, of course, you're meeting someone blinded, just a swipe right. So initially, some things that I would do to try to strike up conversations, just because it wasn't face to face, can sometimes get lost in the translation of a message, right? So I think a lot of times it was harder in that first initial phase to actually build a relationship before that first date than if you already knew someone, just because it's a little bit still awkward for most people. So I think I learned a lot about how to effectively communicate, and also what could be too much, because as a man, trust me guys, there's some things you can do that are probably a little too much.
A lot too much.
So comments are good, but I think less is more. I think that's one of the big things you should remember in online dating initially, is that people just want to know about you and be able to gradually build up on that. And I think sometimes we try to rush to be that perfect guy, that perfect girl, and in our search of looking for another perfect guy and perfect girl, we don't, necessarily be genuine with who we truly are. And I think sometimes that can get lost in hindsight, because we're just trying to be what someone thinks we should be instead of ourselves. So the key, be yourself. If someone doesn't like it, it's their loss. And if you still are finding someone through an online dating website right now, I encourage you, the first thing you should always do is be yourself, whether they like it or not.
Yeah, because I feel like it comes out eventually. The more you get to know somebody, if originally they told you they're into this thing, or they like this, or they do this, and then a few conversations later, you can tell, like, that's not them. It's bad. So yeah, I think that's definitely a good tip.
Don't hit them with the deep voice. We just had a convo about that the other day. I used to always hit girls with a deep voice when we first talked on the phone. No, you do it.
And it comes out. I don't remember him doing that. He said he did it with me, but I
had already been on a date and everything. I was like, hello. Oh, what's up? How was your day?
I do not remember him doing that.
That's good.
Apparently that's a thing that guys do.
Ain't the only thing that's good. Cause you look good, dog. Sorry. But yeah, don't do the deep voice, fellas. You will get caught, and then they'll realize your voice is like this, and they'll be like, what the feezy? Yeah, be yourself.
I would say my experience with online dating apps, the first thing that I realized, I was surprised by how many people were interested in me or swiped right on me, that I would think if we were like at a grocery store or like at the club or somewhere, like I never would have thought in a million years that those people would swipe right. Like people that maybe I was interested, maybe I wasn't, but it was just interesting to see who else out there thought I was interesting or cute or whatever they thought that made them swipe right. So that was really an interesting thing. I keep saying interesting, but it was interesting. So I encourage you, if you are single and you're feeling like I keep attracting the same people or I keep whatever, try online, because you may see that that pool of people that you're attracting is bigger than you think. You just might not be at the same places that they are, or might not encounter them in your day-to-day life. Or, you know, some people, maybe they would have thought I was attractive if they saw me out, but they wouldn't have the courage to talk to me while we were out. So therefore it's easier for more people to talk to you online. So that was my first kind of experience or kind of takeaway from going online. Other than that, I wasn't on it too long before I met him. I would say a few months. But I did meet some people. I did go on some dates, and
she was getting all the free Tinder dates, dinners. She was going hibachi.
Your girl likes to eat.
Cheesecake Factory. Fellas, rule number 2. Don't get used on them dates.
Oh my God.
If you want to impress her, save it for the 3rd date, fellas, because I'm telling you now, there's some free date Tinder girls out there.
That wasn't me though. I was not a Tinder. No, it wasn't. I mean, that was a part of it, you know, but I wasn't just on there for free Tinder dates. Come on now.
Come on now. She lost some words. She don't even know how to say.
But what was I saying? Yeah, I had like interesting experience. You know what? I think I'm gonna save Tinder date experiences. We should save it for another video.
Oh, yeah.
You think that's a video in its own, our experiences and the type of people that we met on there. But overall, his takeaway was be yourself online, and mine was try it out, because you may, like I said, broaden your pool of prospects, of people that are interested in you ladies, gentlemen, the ladies that you see. Maybe broaden, you know, maybe you aren't going to the places in person that, you know, you would run across these type of women. So, yeah, I'd say try it out, and I think that's good for this video. What do you think?
Yeah.
I think that's a good enough video.
Oh, I thought we were going to tell our stories about how we met.
Oh yeah.
She forgot our own
All right,